What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, these past couple days, a lot of things been flying on the internet about Claressa Shields and Remy Ma getting into it. Claressa Shields was supposed to put hands on Remy Ma. Come to find out, those things were a lie. It was actually old footage that was going around of Claressa Shields getting into it with this other girl named Alicia Baumgartner, another boxer, and they were taking videos of her and Claressa fallout and attaching it to Remy's. But it wasn't true. Remy actually came out and responded about it like, no, she ain't putting no hands on me. Like, no. Here's the thing though, man. Regardless to what, we know they don't like each other. And I understand why Remy don't like Claressa Shields. And it's not only the papoose thing, it's also the befriending that a lot of people is in denial about and just don't want to accept. But it is true. It is true. And any woman knows, if you was laughing in my face, buddy and me, girlfriend and me, and now I find out you having sex with my husband, yes, I'm going to think of you some way, and it can be a problem, and it will be a problem. That just goes without saying, and that's exactly what happened. A lot of people don't want to accept it, but it's the truth. Stop being delusional about truth that's clearly out here, that we know to be true. It was a setup for the most part. It was. Now we have all the information that's out here now that we can put all the pieces together and see what's going on. And y'all are going to see this was a setup. Let me tell you what I mean by that. But before I even get off into that, I'm going to address something else too. Now, a lot of people believing that Claressa Shields is making it her business to really poke the bear when it comes to Remy Ma. And that's being said all on the internet too. Let me just play something.
She pulled up on Remy Ma. And this is what I just don't get. And it just didn't make sense until...
You cannot get mad at nobody thinking that Claressa Shields actually did go and confront Remy Ma because of the she was talking online. If they were in the same vicinity with each other, and ended up popping Remy Ma in the mouth and just throwing her whole career away, because this woman seems hell-bent on wanting to pick a fight and fight with Remy Ma. I mean, they were in that same boxing match together, and she's tweeting, talking about, oh, don't nobody need to come out to lean back no more. Like, she be antagonizing this woman.
So, shout out to the young lady.
Okay. Now, after the fight, Claressa Shields did take some shots at Remy Ma. She did let it be known, basically, when the one boxer dude came out, he ended up losing that fight, but he came out to the song Lean Back. Fat Joe and Remy Ma. Then Claressa Shields went to the internet and she texted, you don't need to come back out on Lean Back no more. I wouldn't come out on that no more. Knowing that that was a shot to Remy Ma. Now, I wouldn't doubt, knowing who Claressa Shields is, that she want a piece of Remy Ma. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt it. And a lot of people would want to see that. Would want to see it. I wouldn't want to see it because I believe it's stupid. But at the same time, these two women who present themselves as being about that life. Remy talk about fighting a lot. Claressa Shields is a fighter. I don't think it'll work in Remy's best interest to want to go there because she'll be at a disadvantage because Claressa Shields is professionally trained in doing these things. Remy not. And even though as a boxer, she don't have to have her hands registered to throw hands with Remy Ma, the only difference is if that was to ever happen, her situation to be more looked at as being severe in the court of law as a result of being a professional trained boxer who having a fight with a regular civilian. And even though I know it appears, and I'm going to say appears, it appears that Claressa Shields and Papoose is together, but for the most part, they is and they ain't. Because Papoose still got his own house that's close to Remy Ma house. He still living in the same neighborhood as Remy Ma, even though they don't live together in the same house. Even though they was earlier this year living in the same house, but apparently he got a house somewhere close by her where he could basically keep tabs on what's going on and monitor who coming in and out and things like that. Now, with that being said, I know Claressa Shields feels some type of way about Remy. Well, she won't be comfortable until there's a legal divorce. Because as long as Papoose is still married to Remy Ma, Claressa Shields is going to feel some type of way, seeing that she can't be the number one when Remy is still the number one legally. And Remy could hold this marriage up for a couple years if that's what she chooses to do. And that's why Claressa Shields also need to be careful of the things she's saying, because you don't want to start bitterness in the heart of a woman who have an advantage over you, because the man that you crazy about is still her husband and baby daddy, and you have no entanglement to this man. Just keeping it 100. And he still got her tatted on his whole entire forearm. So that go to show you something right there. Like, I get Claressa Shields ain't really mentally 100% rap type. She don't understand that. She too arrogant and cocky and believing that she the one. She believe what she doing in 1 year could literally erase the 20 years of Papoose and Remy Ma together. And that's where her ignorance come in, that she don't get. She not even seeing the signs that clearly showing that this man literally is still in love with his wife. I'm just keeping it 100. He don't have no plans on removing that tattoo off his entire forearm of Remy Ma, knowing that she been having sex with another man since 2022. And yet he still wears it proudly as though, ain't nothing happened. So that go to show you a lot, because usually if you got a person tatted on you, and it's without a doubt proven that the person tatted on you is screwing somebody else, and it's been going on for 3 years, usually people get that covered up or get that removed. It's not so with him. He haven't done it. It's still there. And then you go get him tatted on you, which I believe was very foolish, because he's still married. It's like, what are you showing? It's like you trying to show off. You want the publicity of that. It's like if you believe you could say it enough, you can speak it true into existence. And I just don't agree with that, because I know that's not smart to do. And I believe that's going to hurt you and have hurting you in sponsorship. One of the things you've been struggling with, because sponsors don't want to deal with that when dealing with their products. Listen, I'm telling you what I know about business and how they view things and look at things. And that's what's been hurting you in sponsorship. And I believe it's going to hurt you even more when you're dealing with a married woman who's still married. Sponsors don't like that on big products. They don't like that. They do not like that, because it gives off a terrible example of what life's supposed to be, they believe. Again, I saw this destroy Alicia Keys' career. I saw the same thing destroy her career. Alicia Keys at one time was honored by the women, was looked at to be one of those girls who's a voice for women, you know what I mean? And then when she got to messing around with Swiss Beats, knowing he was married to another woman, her career sunk. It pummeled and just flopped. Because people knew, like, no, that's wrong. That's out of pocket. That man was married. And especially when the game is dominated by women. The game is dominated by women. It literally is. And a lot of these women is married. So they look at that too. That hurt her career and sponsors. And she was trying hard to get that off her. But they follow her everywhere she go. Because you were once an advocate and a spokesperson for women. And now you do that to that sister like that. You knew she was married. You smiling in that woman's face and you screwing her husband. Even to the point where you end up getting pregnant, he leaving his wife to now be with you. Yeah, that was terrible. That was bad. And I see the same thing happening to you. You're not looking at all the clues of how this just hurting you. Because at the end of the day, he's still a married man. He's still a married man. Husbands and wives fall out. And they make back up. Look, according to Pap, this ain't the first time he accepted this. He done been here before. He done been here before. You just have to be wise on how you operate in the things you do. I wouldn't have got him tatted on me until I knew that was a real divorce. Putting the paperwork in don't really mean nothing. You still got to go through the procedures. Still got to go through the process. I wouldn't have got him tatted on me until I knew for sure. I wouldn't sign contracts making him my manager, making him my writer, making him my producer, giving him all this power, seeing that he's still married to somebody else. Because now, let's just be honest, you're working for Remy Ma. That's what you're really doing. You're working for her now because you're giving her husband full control over your career. She's in the middle of a divorce by which she now is going to capitalize financially off that if she decides to let it go through. That's what you don't get. It's not smart. And people in your corner from family and business people should have told you that. It's not a smart idea to do. At this point, it just looked like you very, very thirsty and you want something so bad that you're willing to pay for it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it down the line. No matter how it looks, that's what it's coming off as. Desperation. It's coming off as desperation. That's just real. The average smart woman wouldn't have done that. In many ways, especially again, a woman like you who claim to be, good looking, a millionaire, and that's just not smart to do. That wasn't smart to do. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what Papoose and Remy Ma talking about. Because believe me, they talk. They've been together for 20 years. They got a baby together. They talk. You have no idea of the conversation being said. That man been with that lady for 20 years. He's still crazy about her. He ain't finna just go risk his life like that. He risked his life for her. He went down to an event where Eazy was at with his guys, not knowing if they was killers or not. He didn't know they were fake and soft. He found that out afterwards. He didn't know that from the beginning, but he was willing to risk it all to show Remy Ma just how much he loved her. And she used to him doing this because this wasn't the first time he ever did this. He got into it with Fat Joe and them about Remy Ma, protecting Remy Ma, because she was on some grimy stuff. Yeah, I need to do a blog on that too. I need to break that down. Like I said, listen, people, don't pick sides on these people. They all messy. They did a lot of messed up, messy stuff. Do not be divided amongst each other, choosing the sides of these people when they all wrong. Stop trying to make it seem as though Papoose ain't wrong because you like him, or because Remy cheated on him, he not wrong. He purposely had a woman and got a woman involved in adultery, knowing how he still feel about his wife, knowing that they not legally divorced, knowing that he really want to go back home. Come on, man. You better open up your eyes, because if this was my little sister as a brother, that's what I tell my little sister as a big brother. Like, hold on, what you doing? That man still married. You finna get this man power over your whole career? That man still married to his wife? They still got kids together? You don't have nothing by this man. You don't know what he telling that woman. You don't know what they working out behind the scene. You could be getting set up. You can't just rule out everything that lady's saying when she and her feelings too. Whether she was right or wrong, some of the things she's saying is the truth. That's what I tell my little sister. Like, you don't give that man no power over you like that. He's still married. That lady still got power over him. You putting money in his pocket, put money in her pocket. However you look at it. Because she got a daughter by him, and he's going to have to give her money. And he going to give her more than enough money. He ain't going to just be like, here, this for my daughter. Because he trying to prove something to her too. So he going to give her some more too. And it's all coming out of your pocket. Now you're providing for their family. At the expense of believing you're getting something out of it too that you was already getting. You was already getting. But you need to make yourself believe that, so it won't look like you're actually financing their broken marriage, when in reality you are. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. They don't have to hear it, but it's the truth. And now we see the other friend of Remy Ma, Miss Hustle, going back and forth with another guy who was real close to her, telling that she was saying Papoose was trying to have sex with her too. See what I mean? The only difference is, I need to break that down a little bit more too. The only difference is she said no because she didn't want them Remy problems. And you said yeah because you don't mind the Remy problems. When in reality, now you literally working for Remy Ma. Like, you literally work for her. The same woman you hating. Like Easy said, damn, E, they try to fade you on Dre Day, but Dre Day only makes Easy payday. That's what you doing. Damn, Rissa, damn, Remy, they try to kill you on with Papoose, but Papoose is only make Remy payday. That's what's happening. They live in New Jersey, a no-fault state. That's where they was married at. As a result of being married there, she's entitled to his money that he's now making with you. Simple as that. So you work for her. That's just real. That being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question. It's yours.